Hello friend, today we will discuss entrepreneurship. Myself, Professor Dr. Syed Haider Ali, Head Department of Business Administration, Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti Language University. One statement said by Dhirubhai Ambani, I keep revising my vision, only when you can dream it, you can do it. Today we will discuss role and importance of entrepreneurs in economic development. If we have to discuss the role and importance of entrepreneurs in economic development, we have to talk about contribution to the gross national product and per capita income. Employment generation. A lot of huge employment is generated by the entrepreneurs. Balanced regional development. Then promotion of export and trade. Improvement in the standard of living of the individuals. Increasing in innovation. We can practice innovative techniques in our entrepreneurship, overall development of the economy. If we have to tell the concept of evolution of the concept of entrepreneurship, there are certain authors who have given different views or definition. The first author is Richard. In his view, entrepreneurs as non-fixed income earners and therefore operating at risk because they are not fixed income earners and therefore they are on operating at risk. Adam Smith defined as introduced the concept of liberal and entrepreneurial capitalism. Jean Say defined entrepreneur as a person able to recognize opportunities and manage them effectively. Francis Walker defined an entrepreneur as one who is endowed with more than average capacity. Joseph defined entrepreneur as an innovator. Who is an entrepreneur? If we have to define who is an entrepreneur, we have to talk about the word entrepreneur. The word is derived from the French verb entreprendre, to undertake. The word entrepreneur is derived from Sanskrit word called entrepreneur, a person who starts or organizes a commercial enterprise, especially one involving financial risk. Timmons. What is entrepreneurship? The process of creation of a business enterprise is called as entrepreneurship. It is a dynamic process of creating incremental wealth. How do I become an entrepreneur? If we have to become an entrepreneur, we have to generate business ideas and identifying business opportunities. The basic concept is we have to get one business idea and then we have to implement it. Then conducting a feasibility analysis. Every business is not possible, so we have to conduct a feasibility analysis. Then making a business plan, and ultimately we have to arrange funds for it. Setting up an enterprise and building a venture team. Smooth management of the enterprise and nurturing growth. And the most important thing is the exit strategies. In our country, there are not exit strategies for the business, but in foreign countries or in European countries, there are exit strategies for the business. Nowadays, we are also working on the exit strategies of the business. Advantages of being an entrepreneur: independent person and makes own decisions. Entrepreneurs are independent persons. Those who own their own decisions. Enough scope for innovation. You can innovate your ideas and implement it. Opportunity of realizing dreams and achieving excellence while simultaneously contributing to the welfare of society. Usually has immense job satisfaction because you can do the work you want to do. Able to bring socio-economic transformation by generating employment and creating wealth. Able to make a significant contribution in the development of the country. If we have to define the types of entrepreneurs, there are several types of entrepreneurs, but today we will discuss some type of entrepreneurs. The first one is innovative entrepreneur. As the name suggests, are innovative in their approach to business and introduce new products. Today we have to talk about the new products, new production methods, or discover new markets or new forms of organization in their enterprises. Because we have to identify new product or new production method or discover new markets, the market which is not catered by someone else, then we can get advantage from it. Then second type of entrepreneur we can define as imitative or adaptive entrepreneur. As the name suggests, entrepreneurs belonging to this category imitate products, production methods, and new form of organization in their enterprises. This category of entrepreneurs can be found especially in developing and underdeveloped countries, partly due to the lack of investment in research and development. Because in our country, like or in underdeveloped countries or developing countries, there are lack of investment in research and development. So this type of entrepreneurs are mostly available in our country and our subcontinent. Then we can talk about the Fabian entrepreneur. Are not proactive in nature. They are not proactive in nature and do not respond very much to the changes in the environment. I regularly tell one statement in my class that business operates in a continuously changing environment. But in Fabian entrepreneur, instead they changes only when there is a threat to the existence of their enterprises. And last one we can define as drone entrepreneur are conservative and complacent in nature and like to maintain the status quo. These entrepreneurs may incur losses and have to close down their enterprise. So these are the just classification and we can go on for other classification too. Then we can differentiate a bit entrepreneurship and corporate entrepreneurship. Process by which teams within an established company conceive, foster, launch and manage a new business that is distinct from the parent company. New business that is distinct from the parent company by leveraging from parent company's resources. In this category, we use parent company resources for doing a new business. The innovation that occurs inside established companies through the efforts of creative employees. Nowadays, business and people are very dynamic in nature. So we have to regularly efforts of creativity, and for those purpose we have to gather our creative employees. Then entrepreneurs are employees with an organization who use their entrepreneurial spirit to introduce new products, new processes, new methods and new form within the corporation. Then we have to talk about difference between a manager and entrepreneur. Because we are all our management students, we have to talk about the difference between the both. The entrepreneur starts a venture and is the owner of the enterprise. He starts a venture and is the owner of the enterprise, whereas the manager is an employee in an enterprise. The entrepreneur starts an enterprise and creates wealth and generates profit. The manager receives salary for the services rendered to the enterprise. An entrepreneur is an employer, whereas a manager is an employee. An entrepreneur is a job provider, whereas a manager is a job seeker. An entrepreneur assumes more risk and uncertainty than a manager does, because after every month he got salary. Entrepreneurs take mainly strategic decision or overall decision or top level decision, whereas managers take operational decisions. Then we have to talk about entrepreneurial competencies. If we have to talk about entrepreneurial competencies, it refers to the key characteristics that should be possessed by successful entrepreneurs in order to perform entrepreneurial functions effectively. The first one is creativity and innovation. That is more important in the business and today's business environment. Because in business environment, everything is dynamic. Government policies are changing, economic policies are changing, competitor actions are changing. The most important is customer is changing, volatile, dynamic. Then we have to be very creative and innovative. Leadership and team building, opportunity seeking and initiative, risk taking and decision making ability, tolerance of ambiguity and uncertainty, motivation to excel. The The main step is to motivation to excel, then problem solving. Very important aspect of the entrepreneurial competencies is problem solving and decision making, goal orientation, self-efficacy and adaptability, internal locus of control, persistence, persuasion and networking. Then there are certain myths about entrepreneurship. We have to talk about it. The first one is entrepreneurs are born, not made. It is a myth. It is not the true. Entrepreneurs are academic and social misfits. All you need is money to be an entrepreneur. That is not. All you need is luck to be an entrepreneur. That is also not. A great idea is the only ingredient in a recipe for business. No, only great idea. We cannot be successful with only a great idea. We have to properly implement it. My best friend will be a great business partner. This is also a myth. Having no boss is great fun. No, I can start making lots of money immediately. That is also not possible. Then we have to talk about capacity building for entrepreneurs. How we can build capacity for entrepreneurs. The first thing is create the right ecosystem, the environment. Then build skills. Every type of skills. Provide access to capital. Then enable networking and exchange. Create tax benefits, incentives, and simplify the bureaucratic process. So these are the basic concept of the entrepreneurship, and we can discuss it very easily. We can understand it. There are certain questions in the book. We can discuss all those questions and we can do for it. Okay, thank you.